Right. So today we're diving deep into NVIDIA.
NVIDIA.
You know, this company that kind of just like exploded onto the scene. And they're everywhere, right? From gaming to like AI, self-driving cars. It's pretty wild.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing, to see where they came from and just what they've done.
So we've got some great stuff here. Just kind of charting like their journey all the way from like their humble beginnings to basically tech giant status.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it really is a classic, kind of a tech story, right?
Tech story.
Like they were this small startup and they had this big vision, and they just kind of took over.
Yeah, took the world by storm.
Yeah.
So let's rewind all the way back to 1993.
Okay.
NVIDIA is born.
Yeah.
Jensen Huang, Chris Malachowski, and Curtis Prime.
The three amigos.
Yeah, these three engineers.
Yeah.
They come together.
Right.
And they decide.
And they have this idea.
Yeah, they have this vision, right?
Yeah.
To use computer graphics to basically like revolutionize computing.
And you have to think about this, right? Back in 1993.
Oh yeah.
Computer graphics were not.
No, not even close.
Not what they are today.
Not even.
Like we're talking basic stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys
like rudimentary.
They're seeing something that like
the future.
That most people couldn't even imagine.
Yeah, they had this foresight, right? To see that like
graphics.
This is going to be huge. This is how we're going to
change
interact with computers.
Yeah.
It's going to change
how we experience the world,
Entertainment, it's going to change everything. But like come on, right?
Well, yeah.
1993.
Yeah.
You're a tiny little startup. You're going up against like the big dogs,
the giants,
the IBMs of the world.
Yeah, you've got Intel, you've got all these established players.
Weren't they like a little bit terrified?
I mean, I'm sure they were, but they had this belief in themselves. They had this vision, and I think that's what really drove them.
Yeah, and especially Jensen Huang.
Right. He seems to be like
he's
the driving force.
He's the he was the CEO. He's the one who really had this vision and was able to kind of rally people around it.
Well, and think about like other tech visionaries, right? Like Steve Jobs or Elon Musk. I mean, they were all met with
like a
ton of resistance at the beginning.
People thought they were crazy.
Like nobody believed them.
Right.
But they were able to like articulate their vision so clearly.
And they had this like this conviction that was contagious. You know? And they brought people along with them.
And Huang was able to do that, right? To convince investors, to convince his team, to convince like everybody.
Yeah, he was able to say, look, this is the future.
Yeah.
And we're going to make it happen.
And then fast forward a few years, 1999.
The year.
They launch the GeForce 256.
The world's first GPU.
The world's first GPU.
Game changer.
I mean, I remember seeing the ads for this. Yeah. Like as a kid, I was like, what is this?
Yeah.
But like explain it to someone who maybe doesn't know.
Before GPUs, right?
Yeah.
You had the CPU, the central processing unit.
Right.
And that basically handled everything.
Everything.
All the tasks on your computer.
Yeah.
Including graphics.
Yeah. It was doing like way too much.
It was a jack of all trades.
Yeah. But it wasn't really optimized for the complex calculations that 3D graphics required.
Right.
So the GPU comes along.
Yeah.
And it's specifically designed,
purpose-built
to handle those graphics calculations.
So it's like you have a team, right?
Yeah.
And they can do a bunch of things. But then you bring in a specialist for that one thing that needs like really specialized
Exactly. And so suddenly, games, instead of being all, blocky and pixelated.
Yeah.
They're smooth, they're immersive.
It's like watching a movie and it's standard definition.
Standard def. And then all of a sudden it's like
boom, high def.
High definition.
Yeah.
It's like
everything's crisp, everything's clear.
Night and day.
Yeah, it's a whole new world.
And so the GPU revolutionized like how we see visual content, right?
Yeah. But it wasn't just games.
Oh no.
It went way beyond that.
Way beyond. Yeah.
I mean, think about like movies, special effects.
Oh, yeah.
Like everything.
So those like CGI characters.
Yeah, became so much more
realistic,
immersive, everything.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, right?
What's that?
NVIDIA, they didn't just like create this one amazing thing and then just like
rest on their laurels,
sit back and relax.
No.
They kept innovating. They kept like pushing the boundaries.
Yeah.
So they come up with things like
SLI,
scalable link interface.
Right, which is basically like
teaming up.
Yeah, you're teaming up
multiple graphics cards,
multiple GPUs to work together.
So you're getting even more power.
Even more power.
Even more performance.
Yeah, it's like having, a whole team of specialists working on the same problem.
Yeah, and this like constant innovation.
Yeah.
It must have been so crucial for them to
stay ahead
of the curve.
Yeah, the tech world is brutal, right?
Oh, it's relentless.
It's constantly evolving. You snooze, you lose. Yeah. Like you have to be constantly adapting, constantly improving.
And they had this growth mindset, right?
Absolutely.
They were never satisfied with okay, we've done this.
We're done.
We're good.
No,
they kept pushing.
Yeah,
And then they didn't just stop at graphics cards.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
They branched out into all these other fields.
This is where it gets really interesting.
Yeah. Like filmmaking. I mean, helping to create
those amazing special effects, the realistic CGI characters
and self-driving cars.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, how did they go from
it seems like a big jump.
Graphics cards to self-driving cars.
But it makes sense when you think about it.
Okay.
Right? Because they had this expertise in parallel processing, which basically means being able to process massive amounts of data simultaneously.
Okay.
And that's crucial for self-driving systems.
Right, because the car's got to be taking in all this information from all these different sensors.
Right.
And making decisions in real time. So it's like they saw this need and they were like,
we can do that.
We have the technology. We can apply it to this.
And it was a risk.
Oh, huge risk.
Of course.
Right. Like what if they poured all this money, all this time, all this energy.
What if it doesn't work?
Into this and it just flops.
Yeah.
And that's
a gamble.
A huge gamble.
But they had this, track record of taking risks. And succeeding.
Yeah, like they weren't afraid to
push the boundaries.
Yeah. And so now, I mean, NVIDIA is like
a tech giant.
One of the most influential tech companies in the world.
Absolutely.
I mean, they're valued at billions of dollars. And their impact is
it's everywhere.
Yeah. I mean, from gaming and entertainment to healthcare, scientific research,
incredible fast
AI.
Yeah.
I mean, they're really shaping
the future
of so many different industries.
Absolutely.
So what can we take away from this?
What can we learn
from NVIDIA's story?
I think it's a story about the power of vision.
Vision, yeah.
Right, like they had this clear idea of what they wanted to achieve, and they never gave up on it.
Yeah, and they were willing to adapt and evolve.
Along
the way, right?
And to take risks.
Yeah.
To try new things.
To not just be satisfied with okay, we've done it.
Yeah, we're good.
We've made it.
No, they kept pushing.
Yeah. And it's inspiring.
Right. It's a reminder.
Yeah.
That we can all, have these big dreams.
Yeah.
And we can achieve them.
We can make them happen.
If we're willing to put in the work.
Put in the work and
to never give up on that vision.
And to not be afraid to to fail.
To take risks.
Yeah, to try new things.
Because that's where the real innovation happens.
Yeah, and so I mean, NVIDIA's story, it's really a testament to the power of human ingenuity, right?
Absolutely.
And it's like it makes you wonder, what are they going to come up with next?
What's next? Right. And how's it going to
change our lives?
Impact our lives,
Yeah.
5, 10, 20 years from now.
I don't know, but I'm excited to find out.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's gonna be amazing.
I think so.
Yeah. All right. So that was our deep dive into NVIDIA, a company that really shows you
what's possible.
Yeah. when you have a vision, you have a drive, and you're not afraid to
push the boundaries.
To push those boundaries.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for having me.
And we'll catch you next time.
See you later.
For another deep dive.
Bye.
Bye.